Hi everyone, Sean Gilliam here. Welcome to another episode. On this one, we're going to be discussing how much money you need to have up front to buy a house. Now there's two parts to this. There's money that you're going to need during the transaction, such as earnest money and inspection money for an inspection. But then there's also the second part, which is more information you'll get from your lender, such as closing costs, different fees associated with your loan, the different types of loan that you might be getting. Some of them will require a certain down payment. Some of them you can do for no money down whatsoever. So those are things that I'll have you discuss with the lender. I know some local lenders that I can refer to you. So just get in touch and I can give you some information for that. But today we're really going to be focusing on that earnest money and the inspection items. So let's see how much money you're going to have in order to buy a house. All right, let's talk about the money that you're going to need during the transaction. The first item is going to be that earnest money. That's what the seller is going to require you to put down right after you go under contract, usually within 3 to 5 business days. And you're going to have to write out a personal check usually, and that's going to have to clear and go to either the title company or whoever the earnest money holder is that's specified in the contract. That money will usually be about 1% of the purchase price. So let's say you make an offer on a home that's about $300,000. You can expect to have to write a check for about $3,000. Now that money is going to come back to you at closing. It's going to be put towards closing costs, your down payment, those kinds of things. So you will see it again, but it's typically what the seller requires to put some skin in the game, so to speak, for the transaction. The second item that you'll need money for during a transaction is the inspection. I highly recommend this. You want to make sure that the home is sound, that the mechanicals are in good working order, that the roof is in good shape, those kinds of things. I would also recommend possibly doing a radon test. That can be an important thing for everybody's health. And then also checking the sewer line, making sure that that's intact, that there's no root intrusions, those kinds of things. If you do an inspection and you get some of those extra add-on items, you can expect to pay anywhere from $250 to $1,200 or more, depending on the inspector you use and the different items you get tested. So have that kind of money available as well. The third item you might need money for up front during a transaction is anything related to a survey or the improvement location certificate. In most lot and block neighborhoods, you don't need the improvement location certificate or a survey because it's pretty clear where your property boundaries are. But once you get into the mountains or more rural properties, sometimes title companies will require an ILC or even a survey just so that you can make sure where your property boundaries are. You can expect to spend anywhere from $300-400 all the way up to several thousand, depending on how complicated the ILC or survey is. So make sure if that's the kind of property that you're looking for, that you have money set aside for that kind of thing. So there you have it. If you plan on buying a home, you're going to have some money up front for those items that I just mentioned. And then of course, you're going to have some fees and costs associated with your loan. It all depends on what kind of loan you're getting, how much of a down payment the loan requires, those kinds of things. So again, I would encourage you to talk to a lender. They can give you an idea of how much home you can afford, what kind of loans that you qualify for, and just how much of a down payment, those kinds of things that you'll need. If you need information or need some good referrals on local lenders, get in touch with me. I'd be glad to send you that information. Or if you have any questions about any of the information I shared, I'd be glad to talk with you more about that. You can get in touch with me here at 970-313-6706 or send an email to seangilliam@remax.net. I look forward to talking with you soon. Take care.